Here is my sailing route. The plan is to get to level 87 fast for access to everything. Afterward, I will be farming out the new resources, which I plan on going to frost dragons or lava strike worms. The route is more focused on getting to level 30 and then continue off with Barracuda trials, starting with the temper tantrum. Before the update goes live, there may be an opportunity to do some of these things listed here in the pre-launch section. If I can't do them then, I'll go back and make repair kits for the Barracuda trial when I'm at that point. Any other materials that I need, I'll get when I need them. So for the first few levels, I'll be doing courier tasks that will be delivery tasks that look like this. Some of the courier tasks involve going to a different port to pick up the cargo and then return to the original port for the delivery. These could be good as well, but for now I will stick to deliveries to other ports. Alongside the port tasks, I'll be going around using this image for reference for any chartable locations that I can do. Once I get to level 12, I'll do the prying times quest and grabbing a delivery in between if I'm able. At level 15, I'll be buying a skiff, and according to the blog, a good amount of upgrades are buyable, and I won't bother grabbing any materials for these unless the cost is unreasonably high. This will carry me until the new resources are required for the upgrades. From this point, I'll be trying out the 2-tick salvaging method from Hebox Xiang. There is speculation as whether or not yellow spice will work for boosts, allowing for certain upgrades earlier than expected. Although some upgrades may still require the sailing level to use, such as the salvaging hook. I might test this out but won't spend too much time on it if I find it unsuccessful. As soon as I hit level 22, I'll be doing the current affairs quest. It is currently unknown how much XP will be rewarded from this quest, so afterwards or in between the quest, I'll try and sneak in some courier tasks, as you need to boat to Catherby, as there's no shipwright, which, if you're unfamiliar with this, the shipwright allows you to teleport to retrieve your boat from other ports, but this is only available at certain ports. The list is available on the wiki, which I have linked at the bottom of this doc labeled mooring ports. At level 27, the steel salvaging hook will be available to build, and fishermen's shipwrecks will be the target for 2-tick salvaging up to level 30. At this point, as far as we know, the Barracuda trial will be some of the best training methods available, which also has some important upgrades that are attained from doing them, which could also mean that it could be decent GP at first, as some of these items are tradable. The source of these items were discovered by Red Eye Jedi. Go check out his video on sailing mechanics, where he also shares his route for the Temper Tantrum Barracuda trial. From this point on, I have laid out the upgrades made available at their respective levels. However, I'll try and combine these together by holding off on some upgrades until I can do multiple at once to save trips, or I will look to use Yellow Spicy Stew at this point for early unlocks. New shipwrecks will become available at levels 35, 53, 64, 73, 80, and 87. However, with Tick Manip, these may still be slower XP rates than Barracuda trials, as they are designed to be an AFK training method, but could still be a great option if you need to be AFK or having trouble with the trials. If you plan on training salvaging at higher levels, it may be worth it to process the salvage, as some new untradable items may be attained through salvaging. Don't forget about port tasks either though, as well as charting as you venture around or making your way to shipwrecks or trials after needing to rebank and such. Make sure to check the notice board and grab any easy tasks that you can do along the way. As soon as I reach level 45 sailing, I'll be heading to the remote island and doing the Troubled Tortugans quest. Before leaving the Great Conch, make sure to chop some camphor logs for all the future upgrades. After that, the next Barracuda trial is available at level 55. If I don't have the level yet, I'll go back and do the first trial until then. At level 50, the sloop becomes available, and it's recommended to level up and equip if you're running port tasks or for salvaging. I plan on keeping a skiff to level 87. The Jubilee Chive trial is located in the backwater. You can quickly get there from the Corsair Cove port, which will allow you to retrieve your boat and head right up to the trial. It is recommended to have the highest level of skiff that you're able to build for the trials, as they will give you more speed and higher durability through the tougher waters of the trial. After level 55, all upgrades from this point must be built manually and can no longer be bought. This will hopefully carry me to the next trial, but before then I will visit Deep Fin Point at level 67 to mine enough nickel for the rest of the ship upgrades. The Gwyneth Glide Barracuda trial becomes available at level 72, and will require crystal flecked resistance from an adamant keel or higher. Sunbleak Island also becomes available at level 72 and is home to ironwood trees. An adamant helm will be required to access this island. At level 79, Drumstick Isle has the new highest level of trees, the rosewood trees. I imagine the logs and the planks will be worth a good amount of money for some time. Now at level 87, Grimstone becomes available with the Grimstone Dungeon. Once visited, there's a Fairy Ring, the LP, that will be available to use. This is where I plan on farming the new dragon sheets for money. Depending on the drop rates and other items which may be available that I may chase after for GP, this is where my sailing journey will end for a time. At this level, I'll have access to everything, and be able to try out some deep sea trawling after making some money from the frost dragons in hopes to continue making more money. That's it for now. If you want to follow my journey, I'll be putting some guides together for the new quests, as well as an update progress video on the money I made from sailing.